everyone, and welcome back to What Makes This Game Awesome. Okay, so we all want a great game to play with friends sometimes, and recently Don't Starve Together came out of its early access and finally hit 1.0. I've played it since quite early in its early access, and I think now's as good a time as ever to speak about it. So today, I'm going to be talking about Don't Starve Together, and what makes this game awesome. Okay, so Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together are actually two separate games, but since basically everything apart from the storyline in Don't Starve is also in Don't Starve Together, but it also has multiplayer, I'm just going to be reviewing Don't Starve Together today. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice about Don't Starve is the really cool graphics and the pretty damn awesome music. The graphics, as you can see, don't try to be realistic, and instead go for a really unique, cartoony, hand-drawn kind of thing, which, combined with the really odd, dark and unsaturated colour palette, give the game a creepy and dark atmosphere. The music is unusual, and I don't really know how to describe it, but it's really well done. It kinda has an old-time creepy feel to it, and just the presentation alone makes this game a little spoopy. But the main focus of Don't Starve Together, as it probably should be for every game, is the gameplay. In this case, survival. There's a lot of stuff to try and go over for this section, so I might rush over some stuff. Okay, so there are different game modes that allow you to play against and cooperatively with your friends. In some game modes, you spawn in a random place in the huge randomly generated map and have to fight to survive against your friends. In other game modes, the one that I'm playing in this footage, you can spawn outside of a gate, and so does anyone else who joins the server. In this game mode, you and any friends who join your server work together to finish the game, crafting items to allow you to craft yet more items. There are tons of different characters to choose from, each having weird, different and unique abilities, which make each character balanced and interesting to play. So anyway, you'll often just spawn with nothing, or maybe some character-specific item. Either way, you need to collect materials to make any progress, by picking glass, collecting twigs, gathering food, and most importantly, picking up flint. This lets you make tools like axes, pickaxes, and more. Unlike Minecraft and Terraria and other games based around collecting materials, Don't Starve puts crap tons of pressure on you at all times by making you constantly monitor different gauges, like your health, your hunger, and your sanity. This puts so much pressure on you, especially considering the fact that you have a very limited inventory space, and you need to have tons of food items on you at all times, as the game causes you to starve very quickly. If you haven't figured it out by now, that's why the game is called Don't Starve, but they kind of forgot the don't go insane and don't get killed to death, because death is everywhere in this game. You also have to build fires constantly, because when it goes dark, you start to go insane very quickly, and you can actually be hurt by these kind of imagination monsters, which I really like. It's very unique, and you haven't seen this kind of stuff in many other games. It's even more stressful because food actually expires in your inventory, and eating it when it's rotten causes health to be lost. Honestly, this game is so difficult to make progress in, so even just to get the footage you're seeing now, I had to record several sessions. If you make a pickaxe and get enough gold from these rocks, then you can make a science machine, which does sciencey stuff and lets you craft new clothes, armors, weapons, and other machines. From here, you can craft electrical engines and make alchemy engines and so much more, but I don't need to explain every possible crafting recipe for you to understand the game. In fact, one of the best things to do is properly play this game and just explore, because there's so much content in this game, with loads of unexpected stuff around every corner that you really can't prepare for. Mods are, at least in my opinion, a big incentive to buy this game. Via the Steam Workshop, you're able to download client and server mods, making gameplay easier or different, and also new characters, allowing you to play as characters like Miku, Kirito, Deadpool, Frisk, and so many more. As always, supporting mods was, in my opinion, a great decision made by Clay, as it gives the game loads of replayability. If you get bored of the in-game characters, then you can just download another character from another video game or cartoon that you enjoy. And for the most part, these mods are really well done and make the game an even more enjoyable experience. Even in this playthrough, where I tried to play the game as mod-free as possible, I still installed a waypoint mod and a mod that lets me see my friends on the map, which is incredibly useful and, in my opinion, important for cooperative gameplay. It just shows that supporting mods is actually a great thing to do, as it allows people to make minor improvements and changes to an already great game, causing people to play it even more. Also, if you're a modder and want to try your hand at creating a custom Don't Starve Together mod, there are lots of really useful guides on the Steam Workshop teaching you how to create one, and it all feels really user-friendly, which I think is a great addition. But anyway, Don't Starve Together is a really cool multiplayer experience. If you're in it more for the single player, then I would still recommend buying Don't Starve instead of Don't Starve Together, as there is more of a storyline in the single player game, which as of yet isn't really included in Don't Starve Together, at least to my knowledge. Either way, it's a really stressful but fun game, and if you enjoy games where you just survive for the point of surviving, then this game will be a great one for you. And if you can get it on the Steam sale, then it'd probably be worth a try for everyone, as the unique presentation and really fun and challenging gameplay make it a cool game to play with friends. So with all of that stuff taken into consideration, I'd give Don't Starve Together a 7.8 out of 10. I know that was a little specific. It's a cool game to play, and while it may be a little lacking on the story front for me, it's still a great one to play with friends. The mods really do add quite a lot to the game, and I think if it weren't for those, the score would be a little lower. Also, I don't know if this is something that they do for everyone, but when I bought Don't Starve Together, it gave me a second copy of the game to give to a friend. So if they do still do that for everyone, it'll be a great game for all those who want to play games with their friends, but their friend isn't able to necessarily get too many games. The tons of characters add so much variation, and I would say this game would definitely take a while to get boring, especially with the mods. Anyway, that's my review for Don't Starve Together. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to get notified when I upload, and let me know if you agree in the comments. Finally, credit to my friend Icarus Gaming for helping me out recording the footage. Check out his channel in the description. See you in my next review, and later.